The director of Kick-Ass's most kick-ass film is a fairy tale. Hello and welcome to my review of Stardust, starring Robert De Niro, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Claire Danes. Stardust takes place in the land of Stormhold, a place with the magical creatures and the beasts and the pirates and the witches and all that good stuff. And there's the two sides of this. There's Wall, which is this kind of human village where nothing really goes on, and there's Stormhold, where all the magical stuff goes on. And the movie centers on a young man named Tristan Thorne, who's trying to impress a young girl named Victoria. He takes her out, and they happen across a shooting star, and Victoria tells him that she will marry him if he can retrieve the shooting star within a week. What Tristan doesn't know is that there's an evil witch, played by Michelle Pfeiffer, chasing the star as well, trying to reclaim her youth. Guys, this movie is such a hidden gem. I absolutely love Stardust. In fact, not only do I think that it's the modern-day Princess Bride, I actually prefer this movie to The Princess Bride. The entire cast of this movie brings their A-game. Charlie Cox gives an incredibly earnest performance as Tristan. You have Claire Danes as the star. Robert De Niro has a hilarious supporting role as a closeted pirate who wants to appear tough for his crew members when he really is just a flowery gay man. Mark Strong, who I didn't recognize with hair, but is in fact in this film. And Michelle Pfeiffer is deliciously evil as the witch. And I gotta say, she's still looking good, even though she's kind of getting up there in age. What I love about this movie is how it takes a fairly traditional structure, the fairy tale adventure, and really does some inventive things with it, and just really funny stuff too. There's the Robert De Niro character, and the best part of this movie is not the adventure with Tristan. It's this whole subplot with these three guys who want to become heir to the throne of Stormhold, and they spend the whole movie trying to kill each other so they can become king, and it is absolutely brilliant because there was 10 brothers at first, and now 7 of them are ghosts. And the stuff these ghosts say is that because they're like deformed ghosts, because they're the remains of the other brothers, is just hilarious. And they're just great observers throughout the whole film. There's just a ton of little things and characters in this movie that just make it really funny and really inventive. I also love the sense of adventure in this movie. It really sweeps you into Tristan's journey. All these crazy things happen along the way, and you are completely invested 100% throughout the whole film. The movie is never boring. It's constantly moving at a fast pace. But the movie isn't just funny. There's also some really fun and inventive action scenes, especially at the end. For a movie that, from my understanding, had a fairly low budget, they have a kick-ass climax at the end of this movie. This thing has a great final battle. But beyond that, there's a couple of nice action sequences sprinkled in. But the main thing is the comedy and the adventure, and those things are the elements that excel. I love how they blend all these different genres and ideas while always keep making it feel naturalistic. It's not quite a perfect movie, though. It certainly is very predictable. You can tell 100% of the time where the film's going. You're just not sure how it's going to get there. And also, just comes from the film having a low budget. Some of the effects don't always look that great, especially the effects with the witches and the green flames coming out of their fingers and all that stuff. It could look a little tighter, but I think also it adds to kind of the cheesy, campy goodness that is this movie. Overall, when people say they don't make movies like they used to, you really need to show them this film. This is a great example of campy Hollywood goodness done exactly right. Stardust is an insanely fun movie. Definitely one of my favorite adventure fairy tale type movies. I'm going to give this movie 3.5 stars out of 4. I enjoy it a great deal every time I watch it, and I always find something new in it. It's also by far the best film director Matthew Vaughn has ever made, which is saying a lot because I think the guy is an insanely talented director, judging by his other films, which are Kick-Ass and X-Men First Class, and I plan on seeing his film Layer Cake fairly soon. Okay, guys, really fast, before I go, now that I'm on this whole review everything kick? Yes. I'm just going to review films that I see, the films I own that I watch again, or the movies that I get from Netflix. If you want to see a movie reviewed, suggest it to me and I'll put it in my Netflix queue. I have like 200 films in there already, but maybe somewhere down the line your film's in there, or I will review it eventually because I am going to review a ton more movies and I'm doing it all for you guys. And that was my review of Stardust. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. And until next time, I'm Movie Kid Mike, making sure your time is worth your money.